And today, we're going to watch a house tour. We're going to see why this Beverly Hills mansion is underrated. Will I buy it? I'm joking. I'm really joking. And we're going to give our thoughts about this mansion. My name is Alex. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We're going to be checking out this $32 million Beverly Hills mansion. Thank you, NSO Miser, for letting me react to your content. Go check them out. Link in the description below. If you guys like home tours, house videos, this is the perfect video for you. I appreciate it if you guys click that subscribe button so you hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And click that notification bell because I post every single day vlog videos. It's going to be react videos, all kinds of videos. So let's get on with it and let's see why this Beverly Hills mansion is underrated. It's very loud. Looks nice already.
This modern home brings a unique flair to Truesdale Estates
Ooh.
in Beverly Hills. It's a modern residence designed to maximize the
looks like a Spanish house-ish.
Yet
a little bit of
an
Spanish
organic Mediterranean flair that I really like. Limestone
Never mind.
floors, plaster walls, and extensive use of split-face stone and travertine
I like it.
throughout. And you pair that
travertine.
with all curated furnishings, you end up with a warm, distinct property like this. And with all of its elements,
this in Texas would be like $2 million at least.
Between modern and Mediterranean.
Maybe less.
I think this home is very underrated. So let's go check it out.
It's nice. Let me know your thoughts. Link in the description below. Not link in the description below. Leave a comment below. I read everyone's comments. Let me know your thoughts about like the materials in the house, the wood, everything. If you're a nerd at real estate, let me know. I'm very curious. Ooh. Ooh, nice pool. It's not like a big size pool. It's just a nice pool just to be like, just have one, just be cozy. Ooh, I like that. That's cool. But I'm gonna guess that's the master. LA. I love LA.
All right, everyone. Once again, welcome to Truesdale Estates. What a stunning property. First,
it looks
the home
Spanish.
is elevated from the street level, and they landscape the hillside.
I feel like I've seen this in Grand Theft Auto.
Very nicely. You can see the Mediterranean/organic tone here with the boulders, olive trees, all the greenery, and there's certainly an emphasis when it comes to outdoor landscaping, especially with all these outdoor lights. So I'm sure at night the property is going to look great. Now, on the exterior, they mostly use stucco, but they also use Portuguese limestone. This is a split-face stone,
I like
so you can see the textures, the organic feel of the stone. It just gives additional
that in
warmth
Texas would
to
crumble.
the clean, modern aesthetic of this home. Now, given that this side is facing the street, they didn't want to place a ton of windows, but I like those three vertical windows that are linear, that benefits from the natural light coming from this side, and it's also nicely recessed into the plaster. Now, you can see the front door here, and the wall on this side does a pretty good job hiding the entry of the home a little bit and providing additional privacy. Now, over here, you can see the driveway going down to your 4-car garage. And I love the cobblestone approach here. They're calling it European cobblestone, and I think what they mean by
the cobblestone, like I said, the Europeans, like you see a lot of this in, of course, Italy and other countries. I like that.
There's the fact that all these pieces are irregular, but also there's a nice color variation here. And I'm sure when you drive your car on this driveway into your garage, you're going to feel the texture of this stone, which then again plays into the organic and Mediterranean aspect of this property. They also used oak on the exterior, so the material selection on the outside and the color balance is really well done. You get the warmth from the oak and the split face, and the stucco gives that clean aesthetic to this home. This driveway goes down to a 4-car garage that we'll cover in a second. And lastly, to our right, we have the entry. One thing about this home that I really like is the extensive use of olive trees. They place them throughout the property, and I think olive trees do a really good job complementing
it's like that zen
to modern homes,
yeah,
especially when you have clean lines like this property. And off of the entry here, we have another olive tree right in the center of this water feature.
That's cool.
And again, we see water features a lot in these modern homes to set this warm, tranquil tone before you enter the home. And over here, we have the glass pivot door. Let's go inside.
Wow.
The foyer features the same finishes that we saw in the exterior, whether it's the plaster walls, the split face stone. I love the skylight here. And
I'm beginning to real
garage
estate
side, we have
again. I used to watch his
linear
videos back in
windows here,
school.
and
I was a very boring person. I don't know. I wouldn't say I don't know why, but this was just an interest of mine.
Thick columns, they just give depth to these windows and provide natural light to the foyer. Now, right off the entry, you can see the attention to detail when it comes to furnishings and curation.
It's cool that the
These
mirror's
custom
there.
wall
Oh, there's a
sconces
mirror there.
right off
I like
the
the light
entry.
bulbs.
It's going to be a good tour.
I'll be
Now,
talking
to
a
my
lot,
left,
by the
you
way.
can see the oak cabinetry, additional storage. Here, we have a very chic powder room. Silver travertine for the entire vanity.
That's cool.
Fabrication looks great, very minimalist. Whether it's the
I don't know why I'm
countertop,
wearing
the recessing
glasses.
section for
I
the
need
sink,
to.
and even the fact that they went with a wall fixture so that they can push the sink all the way to the very edge of the wall and create this oversized design. Oak paneling.
I don't know
another
about this. I
skylight
don't know
above.
about.
Now going back,
Bruh.
on the other side, we have the push the sink all the way to the very edge
Hold
of
on,
the
let me
wall
see if I can see it
and
good.
create this oversized design.
Did that lead into it? Like, you know, this? It looks like from this angle, it looks like there's this, and then there's a small little space, and then it goes into the sink. Yeah, no, I am right. I don't know about this. Because I see this now, but that's not there. I don't know about that. That's a turn off for me. I'm going to rate the entire house. I'm going to be honest. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know. Rate it. Leave it. Please play along, actually. I want y'all to rate it. Leave a comment below. This is a turn off. It's a small turn off. I like the toilet. It's nice. It's room. That's where you flush. Nice picture. The lighting's cool. It's a little low, but that's just me. I'm 5'7", 5'8". But I don't know about this. Like the little area, the barrier.
Oak paneling.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Cause I'm seeing that.
Another skylight above. Now going back,
Oh, that's cool.
on the other side, we have the family room and the kitchen. This is the heart of this property.
Yeah,
and
I like
it is
the-
a
I like the
phenomenal
furniture.
Space, the warmth, the extensive use of natural materials, whether it's the oak paneling, oak cabinetry.
I love. So we had this at my school, high school. They had the AC like this. I think this is really, really cool. Like, it's just so modern. I guess that's the refrigerator.
The extensive use of natural materials.
That
whether
might be
it's the
another
oak
refrigerator,
paneling,
too.
oak cabinetry, Taj Mahal countertop, or the
Ooh.
split face stone on this side. And I just love how curated this home is.
like the fireplace.
Accessories,
Those
your
must be very
furnishings,
cozy.
throw blankets, pillows. It is a very tasteful property. And before we get into details, I want to quickly get the specs out of the way. It's approximately 10,000 square feet. We have 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms.
Okay.
On the market for $31,980,000. And I want to give big thanks to the listing agents, Rainey Williams and Brandon Williams, for making this tour possible.
I've heard
More
of these
information
guys
about
from their
this
past
stunning
videos,
home
a long
will be in
time
the
ago.
description of this
Back in like
video.
9th and 10th
now,
grade.
coming back to the living room, I want to quickly draw everybody back to this side so we can talk about this linear ethanol fireplace and the fabrication here. Down below, you can see the stone, and they left the surface rough to again emphasize this organic tone that they're going for. Then you have the steel fabrication around the fireplace. Even though it's decorative, I love the stacks of wood on each side. Again, gives more warmth to the property. And then the Portuguese split face limestone. Look at all the color variation, the organic surface. TV is nicely recessed in and framed with oak paneling. And you even have mood lighting down below. What an amazing
I didn't
space.
see
And
that.
I just
What?
love the fact
Okay, that's
that
cool.
we have the kitchen on the other. Have mood lighting down below.
This is just the car person in me. What if you could change the colors? I bet you could, maybe. Like, have a green, blue. We get underglowing next to a fireplace. Let's go!
What an amazing space, and I just love the fact that we have the kitchen on the other side with skylights
Those are
bringing
big
natural
bulbs.
light.
Oh my
Now let me
gosh.
come over to this side. This room is centrally located and it's pushed into the property.
That's cool.
So this room is
So
extremely
just like that's
private,
just a
and that
comfy. That's just like a nice, cozy swimming pool. Nothing too big. Nothing like you need to go for a big swim. It's just like nice, relaxing, and I can just like fall asleep. I don't know.
wasn't enough. They have custom motorized sliding glass doors.
That's cool.
pocketing
I love
into the
those.
walls
I like how when
with
houses
no
do have that.
Meaning glass runs all the way to the ceiling and seamlessly opening up this room to the outdoors. And I just love
guess
how
this is
this room
travertine.
makes such a good
I
use
love
of
this.
the entire main floor and all these rooms and this intimate backyard. And I mean, look at the view. This is amazing, and more olive trees. Now coming to this side, we have the staircase going down to the lower level, and to create some separation between the staircase and this room, and also to make this level open, they came up with this screen design, but
like
the
it.
entire frame is actually made out of metal, and you can see how the metal goes down on the lower section as well as vertically inside of these beams, and then you can see the light fixture, the skylight by the staircase,
that.
and how the cabinetry here
headache.
plays into the feel of this room. I also love that they went with this floating design with LED lighting. There's also recessed in lighting within the cabinetry here. Such an elegant design. Now going this way, we have a hallway that leads
It's
into
bright.
the guest bedrooms, but I want to quickly come over here to talk about this kitchen. The kitchen is stunning. It's warm, it's elegant, and it's nicely blended to the family room design. Same white oak ceiling continues to the kitchen. 4 massive skylights here bringing natural light. These oversized pendant lights. Your gorgeous island right in the center. Again, all white oak cabinetry. And they featured this pickle finish, so you can see the grain and the texture of the cabinetry a little bit more. Taj Mahal countertop. This is quartzite.
Why is it
They
called
also
Taj
have a
Mahal?
ruffle
I'm gonna guess
finish
'cause it's
here
so
just
big.
to play into the organic
Any
aspect
nerds,
of this
let me know.
property. How you have the portal in the center, the amount of natural light that comes in, and beyond that, it's a very functional kitchen. I mean, given the square footage of this home, it covers a lot of utility. Now, over here,
I like
we
the
have
color
this
of the
really
couch.
nice breakfast nook.
For you guys that might not know, like, the reason why this is there, I'm gonna guess because it matches like the olive trees, and it matches because like green's just a random color in here. But the reason why I'm gonna guess it's a dark color because like it matches like some of the pottery, and then like the plants that are in here,
There's a lot of utility.
like the olive trees.
Now, over here, we
throughout
have this really nice breakfast nook. Marble table, this gorgeous dark olive green couch.
Yeah, I
Massive
knew it.
picture window assembly here facing the front
I
of
like
the
the
property,
lights.
so
It's
it
cool.
benefits from all this natural light that comes in. Really cozy space, and I love the light fixture above. That's brass and suede wrap. Now behind me we have a door that opens up to the chef's kitchen. There are 2 entry points, so this is the first one. And the oak cabinetry continues on this side. Here they have this reeded finish, and when you open, this is actually your
Espresso
panel
machine,
freezer,
coffee
and
machine.
fridge, all
cool.
Gaggenau. And let's get a close up. Look at all these drawers.
That's cool.
With custom inserts, spice holders, canisters. I mean, it's part of the kitchen design, and I believe they have more over here. This is very
Dang.
nice. Now, can we get a close up on this sink? I love the fabrication here, how you have a rack for your dishes. That way you can dry it out
Never
very
thought about
easily.
that, yeah.
You use brass fixtures, but I'm like, can
And
we
I
get a
just never
close up?
looked.
In order to make this sink drain properly, they cut these pieces and lowered it at an angle towards the drain so it drains properly. Now, normally
It's
when
like
they
one of
make
those
these
very- you
fabricated
could barely
sinks,
see
they use
it.
machines to
Yeah,
polish
yeah,
the
yeah.
surface and give a gentle
cool.
slope towards the drain. But here, they made
It's-
a more
it's-
practical
yeah,
decision.
slanted.
And I feel like this would be more
That's
effective
cool.
when it comes to drying out your sink. But it's a nice touch. Another rack over here, and then on this side we have the microwave.
Oh, that's a
Dishwasher nicely
microwave?
paneled in.
Okay.
And over on the other side,
Huh,
we
I didn't
have
see that.
our gas
At the
cooktop.
oven.
Now, this is a system
Wow.
from Pitt, and we've seen these gas cooktops before where the burners and the knobs are
This is the
placed
first time
straight
I've
onto the
seen this. It's
countertop.
very, very
It's
interesting.
modern, sleek. Now, in case you wonder what this pipe is, this is actually for a pot filler. They haven't placed a pot filler yet. That's why they have this connection point here. Above, you can see the vent. They
Vents,
also
yeah.
brought these floating shelves with integrated
I like
LED
that.
lighting, again using the same oak cabinetry. And it's a nice touch because the portal design here has this minimalist aesthetic, and this brings additional warmth and gives you a place to put these organic textured accessories. So it's a nice touch. I mean, overall, I'm very impressed with the kitchen. I feel like they kept utility, aesthetics, really everything in mind. And look at all these drawers with the inserts and additions. Look at all these accessories. And also down below, they have this feature that I don't think I've ever seen before. This
What's
is so
that?
that you can lock in your pots and pans and make sure when they're sitting in the drawer, they're not moving around. I mean, how
Huh,
nice is that?
interesting.
I love it. It's a nice touch.
It's a nice touch, definitely.
Interesting.
All right, your second.
Very, very interesting.
I think these are both actually fridges, again, all Gaggenau. And then over here, we have this service area. Additional
Yeah.
cabinetry, your paneled
Wine fridge.
espresso maker.
Espresso maker,
And there's
yep.
also another thing here,
That's
nicely
cool.
fabricated with a stone front, floating shelves, and easy access to the outside. That way your
Like the
staff
door.
can come through here and use this as an additional
I love
supporting
modern
section
houses.
for the main kitchen.
Let me know your
Also,
style of housing
behind
in the
this
comments
panel
below.
door, we have a chef's kitchen. This is a proper chef's kitchen. I have to commend the development team here when it comes to maximizing the square footage and making the best of this space while blending the design with the main kitchen. 60-inch wolf gas range. Now over here we have another sink here with a fabricated front. So in total you have 3 sinks and 4 dishwashers, 2 here, 1 by the service area and 1 by the island. They also placed a picture window here for natural light. Now additionally, given that it's a chef's kitchen, they have 2 oversized Sub-Zero fridges here. I love these fridges with glass fronts.
Sub-Zero.
And
like
additional
really,
built-in
really
appliances, speed oven, convection oven,
food.
and look at all these warming drawers. This is such a nice touch. Again, they truly maximize the space. And here is
I'm trying to get back into
pantry,
real estate.
and the door to my left opens up back to your breakfast nook. Very nice space.
Cool. This is just me.
Very nice space.
Make these smaller. I don't mind them. I'll probably, if I were to, let's say, have this, that's never gonna happen because I'm not gonna live. I don't want to live in LA. I don't mind visiting there. I kind of want to, but I feel like these are a little too big.
All right, quick break from the tour to thank Odoo for sponsoring today's video. If you're running a business, you already know how much there's to juggle. Day-to-day operations, sales, accounting, website, it adds up and it can get overwhelming. That's where Odoo comes in. Odoo is an all-in-one platform with a range of applications that help you manage every part of your business in one place.
YouTubers.
From CRM to accounting, to sales to planning, and so much more. For example, let's say you want to build a website. With Odoo's website builder, you can create a professional site in just a few clicks. You answer a few simple prompts about your business, pick a color palette, and that's pretty much it. I actually used it to build an event website for the movie premieres we've been hosting for our documentary style episodes, and it only took a few minutes. And here's the best part. Your first Odoo app is completely free for life. That includes unlimited hosting, support, and even custom domain name for 1 year. So whether you're launching a new brand or upgrading an existing brand, Odoo makes the process a lot simpler. Check out the link in the description to learn more. Big thanks to Odoo for sponsoring this episode, and now back to the tour. Now welcome to the formal wing. This is where we have the dining area and the living room.
Again, I like this. This is really cool. I'm gonna guess this is custom made. There's just one person, I don't know him, but I've heard people say about him. He does like art, tabletops and stuff, and I think are like tables that you could sit at where you eat off of. I can't think right now, but I have a headache. It's really, really cool. I like the chairs, bro. This is super cool.
Sections
that looks super
seamlessly
comfy.
open up to the outdoors. You can enjoy your backyard from these spaces. And over on this side, your gorgeous dining area. Love the table with this live edge, the emphasis on wood and natural materials, and whether it's the carpets, the accessories, this gorgeous light fixture, it's a really warm space. Now you can see how they used oak paneling with reeded details to bring additional depth to this room, warmth, and the 3 linear windows that I talked on the exterior. Well, they're placed here to bring natural light, but also they're linear, so they maintain the privacy of this room. Custom light fixtures, built-in cabinetry on the back with this leather top and bronze tinted mirror here, so you can actually enjoy the views straight from your dining room. And also, while you're sitting here, city is right in front of you, all the way to the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, whoops.
This is pretty awesome. Now I'm gonna pull you all the way to this section one more time because there's also a really nice wet bar here where they use travertine countertop, fabricated sink, same mirror backsplash with floating shelves. And if you want to close off this section,
oh, whoa, that's cool.
You can certainly do that. Now, there's actually one more detail that I want to talk about. Can you go all the way here? You see how they use wood paneling on the ceiling to define this space? It's another feature that they repeat throughout the property when they wanted to define spaces. Now, next up, welcome to the formal living room. The couch here is positioned to take advantage of these
bullet holes.
views. The greenery,
Interesting
the city
art piece.
opens up to the backyard. Plaster ceiling with recessed lights that are also blended into the plaster. Your corner fireplace, but Arman, can we get a close up? I want to talk about the limestone here. First off, there's a serious emphasis in this home when it comes to natural light. They have so many different skylights throughout to highlight the texture of the materials and the finishes. Now, the split face Portuguese limestone is actually commonly used in masonry work or when it comes to structural elements of homes. You can create load-bearing walls, columns using this stone because it has a lot of structural integrity. When it comes to installing this material, a lot of times they install these square or rectangular pieces and they tend to stagger them so that each piece supports the piece above. But here you can also see that grout lines are all empty, meaning they didn't use any grout for this stone, both on the outside and on the inside. Now, California has a relatively easy dry climate, meaning when it rains, water dries pretty quickly. But in places like Texas or in hot climates where water can retain a little bit
it's just gonna
longer,
crack.
you actually want to close these grout lines and make sure you have perfect waterproofing. But again, given that we live in California, you can have this more open and freer aesthetic, because the moment you put grout in between these joints, you're going to totally change the feel. This looks a little bit more organic, and over time, this stone ages really well. It oxidizes, it changes its color, but it almost in a way gets more cozier and more organic the more it sits on walls. And I love that they brought to the interior of this property. Now over here you can see additional old cabinetry, your corner fireplace. I also appreciate the fact that they didn't place the fireplace right on the other side, because they would have blocked this view. And the view is so nice, whether it's the Green Hill here, Century City, Wilshire Corridor right in front of you, again, all the way to the Pacific Ocean.
That's cool.
And the seamless transition to the outside.
Backyard. I don't know about the hot tub. I don't like it.
It's to the point. And given
It's
the square
too
footage of the lot
lengthy.
and the floor
I like
plan of the main level,
squares, too
I feel
rectangle.
like they maximize this backyard pretty well. On the floor, they use the same limestone, but it's on a pedestal system, meaning the entire deck is perfectly level, which also helps with the continuity from the outside to the inside, and it makes the transitions a little bit more seamless. Now, around the corner, they have a really nice outdoor bar, cased out of travertine. Now, right in the center, we have our pool. Hot tub is nicely raised, again, all clad with the same limestone. And the aspect here that I really like is the fact that they continue the same limestone into the pool. And that integration makes the pool a lot more effortless, seamless. Then they also went with simple plaster, Baja shelf, corner steps, lounging beds. This pool is definitely good size and well proportioned for this backyard. Now on the other side, you can see the primary bedroom, how it opens up to the outdoors. Again, custom glass doors, all motorized pocketing into the wall. Cool. And over here, you can see the split face stone, stucco, wood beams, palm trees. And this is a great frame where you can really appreciate the architecture of this home. I love the warm tones. I love the clean lines. It's a great balance of modern design with some Mediterranean organic elements. And that's one of the reasons why we picked this home to showcase. And I just feel like they've done such a tasteful job bringing these natural elements and also complementing with landscaping. Look at all these planters, olive trees. Even though these planters look like they're additional add-ons, they even incorporated outdoor lighting to these planters so that at night they can become a little bit more integrated and really valuable part of the experience here. And above, you can see these massive beams helping with the transition from the interior ceiling. When you step outside, it's not just open. You have this transition period before you step into the backyard. And if you look above, you can see the metal flashing that they used above these beams and also around the perimeter of the home. That way, the top section of these materials are not exposed to sun and rain. They're a little bit more protected because of the aluminum flashing. Now, the other aspect that I really like that I keep talking about throughout the tour, how all these spaces are opening up to the outdoors. Your dining area, formal living room. It's important to capitalize your backyard, especially when you're situated on a plot like this. You have great elevation, the view is wide open, you're getting great airflow. So it's nice that all these spaces can benefit from this amazing outdoor space. And given our elevation and where we are in Truesdale, meaning most of the homes here are single-story homes, your view is unobstructed. And let me tell you, if I lived here, I would enjoy this space all the time. I would start my day, open up my motorized sliding glass doors, and walk from my bedroom to this backyard, enjoy the setting here. And I mean, what a tasteful home.
The lower level.
The lower level of this property is really cool. This is a subterranean level.
Cool. You get stairs to walk down to the couch.
And exterior access here, meaning this space is extremely private,
like a miniature library,
and they went all out Oak hardwood floors, oak paneling throughout, the built-ins, mood lighting, and this custom sunken seating area.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
What a cool way
That's
to
probably my,
interact
that's probably
with
one of my
your
favorite
friends
features
and
about this
family,
house.
your guests. It's an intimate space.
Nice
You
recording.
sit down,
Man.
relax here. And the fact that they've dropped this section, I want to say, by 2 foot, makes this space feel so much bigger and open. And look at the light fixture above with
That's
these
cool.
chains, alabaster bulbs. It almost gives a little bit more of a gothic feel. Now, I want to quickly go to the other side and
Never thought about
showcase
that.
this ethanol fireplace. Again, the same
Ethanol.
design that we saw in the family room.
Okay.
Oak paneling with a massive TV, custom light fixtures, and these built-ins. If you look closely, Arman, let's get a close up. You can see the reeded finish on the back, and they set the built-in shelving forward with mood lighting, so there's depth, there's texture, and you still have a lot of space for
Almanac?
some books,
Almanac?
accessories, all these details. Now next, over here, we have the pocket doors opening up
The garage.
2-door, 4-car garage. If you have really nice cars, it would be an amazing backdrop. In fact, in the listing video of this property, they had really cool cars here, but I just love how they integrated.
We got a Bronco.
the video of this property.
We got an Aston Martin, and then we got a Rolls Royce.
Really cool cars
That's a beautiful
here,
one
but I just
too.
love how they integrated.
Looks very familiar
and
to the one I
made
saw
the garage
recently.
Part of the experience here. Very nice touch. Now going back, additional built-ins again with the reeded back wall. Hallway goes to the remaining rooms on this level, but first I want to quickly take you this way. Beyond the finishes, the furnishings, and the design, I just appreciate the extra care when it comes to adding the right accessories, bringing in the right texture, and paying attention to the color palette to make sure to maximize the potential of this home. Whether it's all the built-ins, the accessories, or this wine wall, how it's all staged. And if you look closely, you can see this stone finish on the back, and they left this rough texture to make it feel like this was
How many
carved into
bottles
the
could
hillside.
fit in there? At least
And with all the
100?
mood lighting, you can see the texture of the stone, and this is also a temperature-controlled wine cellar. It's a very nice touch. On the other side, you have this awesome bar, waterfall edge.
That's
I
cool.
love these pendant lights, how they're suede wrapped with this brass section on the bottom. Same Taj Mahal countertop. You have your ice maker, dishwasher, all the way to your open shelving here. That's fabricated out of same Taj Mahal. It's a really nice bar. Now, on the other side, we have the screening room. But before we go in there, I want to talk about this detail. On the pocket
that's
doors
sick,
and also on
actually.
the
That's
wall,
really, really
they have
cool.
The same bronze
Oh, wait.
mirror,
Oh,
so it reflects
I
the
didn't even
light,
see it was a
gives
reflection.
a little bit more energy,
Huh.
makes this pocket door more of the design here.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that touch.
That's
And
cool,
this is a
actually.
Very cozy space.
I
Whether
like
it's the
it.
plush carpet, 3-tier seating, all this oak paneling, fabric walls, the integrated mood lighting, bringing the wood panel ceiling just warms up the space. Your
If
screen.
I were to have this, I don't have that many friends, so all my friends are just gonna be like here. I got like 4 friends, man. I live a sad life. No one talks to me. I'm lonely.
And these couches look very comfortable. In fact, let me actually try it out real quick. Yep, definitely comfortable. And I feel like this is a great balance
sleep
between
in
a movie
there.
theater and a screening room, meaning you don't have those custom built-in integrated movie theater seats, but at
Yeah.
the same time you don't have small couches.
I agree.
These are very plush, comfortable. There's enough elevation difference between these levels to make it feel like a movie theater or a screening room than your everyday
Yeah.
living room or just an enclosed space. Now,
I
leaving
agree.
here, on the other side you can see the main hallway. Again, to our left we have the 4-car garage. There's a really nice powder room here, and I forgot to mention we have the elevator landing. So this
Oh,
home does come with an
elevator.
elevator. Now let's
That's
quickly
cool.
look at the staircase.
What is the master
You
bedroom?
can see the hand plaster walls.
I don't think
And
we've
love
gone to a single bedroom, by the way.
how the built-in cabinetry in the family room is actually floating above the floor. That way they're even bringing natural light from
I
that
guess that's
section
what they had.
to the lower level. That's a nice touch. Now next up,
Excuse me.
we have the spa, Pilates reformer, enclosed sauna.
That's
but
cool.
even here, they're bringing in some art
What am I
some
actually
accessories
touching?
to make the
Oh.
space feel warm. I also like that it's glass enclosed, so it benefits from the natural light. And here we have a guest suite. This is the 5th guest suite.
The 5th.
And this is a really nice space because it's good size. You have the same finishes, walk-in shower, walk-in closet, and it also has an exterior access. So this can be a separate guest quarters, staff quarters. It's a cozy bedroom. Now the car gallery. The first thing I want to mention is how they use glass walls and glass
I like the
doors to make
lighting.
the
This
space
is
part of the
cool.
lower level.
This is
a lot
really
of times
cool.
in these homes that we tour, garages are enclosed and you don't really see them. So it's nice that it's an intuitive part of the lower level. Above, you can see this mirror ceiling design with mood lighting, and wood paneling. It makes
Excuse
the space
me.
a little bit more spacious and more like a car gallery than a garage. You can easily park 4 cars here, and there's also a turntable. That way getting in and out is relatively easy. Now when I say you can store 4 cars here, you can definitely park 4 cars, but ideally you should have 2 to 3 cars here. That way 2 cars can sit on the back.
I agree.
1 car can be here, and you can turn the car around to make going in and out very easily. Now you can also see how they extended the oak paneling to this side, your utility access,
Tesla chargers.
Tesla panels, Tesla charger. Now the other aspect I want to talk about, given that we're on the subterranean level, and I'm assuming that they wanted to maximize the ceiling height here, they pocketed the door to the sides rather than on the ceiling. They also use the same oak paneling on the outside.
I really
then
love
you
the
can
oak
see-
paneling, how all of this is throughout the car. That's probably like some of my favorite things about this house. It's the pathway down here, the European pathway, and probably the panels like this. I think that's really cool.
Cobblestone here with the driveway. Now, there's an important detail that I want to point out. They have the first drain here and the second drain all the way up here. Now, I really like this detail because a lot of times in Los Angeles, they will end up putting just one drain because it doesn't rain here that often. And when it rains, it doesn't rain that heavily. So it's nice that most of the rainwater gets caught with this first drain, but just in case, you have another one as a security measure. This is a very nice touch, and this is how your
That in
garage
Texas would
looks
get flooded.
from the entry. And I appreciate how they went a little bit out of their
We
way
recently had a
to
severe
make this
thunderstorm
space
like
really count.
a couple days ago. Hey, bedrooms.
So far, we've toured all the common spaces. In addition to that, the home offers 5 bedrooms, with 4 of them located on the main level. Each one is distinctly curated and thoughtfully designed. There's a strong emphasis on connecting these rooms to the outdoors, and that's really
That's cool.
an ongoing theme of the house. Instead of your standard drywall, the walls are finished in plaster. Textures and fabrics are intentionally chosen, and all of the ensuite bathrooms feature skylights, bringing in soft and natural light.
Excuse me. Wow.
My favorite guest bedroom faces the side of the property, opening up to canyon views. You can already
Am I
imagine
tired?
how peaceful it would be to spend time here. But the best bedroom, we saved it for last.
The primary. We've wanted to like. Okay.
Now the primary bedroom suite. It's located on the main level, right next to the
I
family
guess 'cause
room.
like you said,
and
all
off
the
of
bedrooms are
entry
like the
with a
same.
massive pivot door opening up to this hallway.
Wow.
And there's a glass enclosure here facing the backyard. They use the same wood screen detail to provide a little bit of privacy to the entry while still allowing a ton of natural light to come in. Same hand plaster walls, rustic rug, and over here we have some built-in cabinetry with floating shelves, small fridge down below, and the hallway leads
That's
us
a great place to store your Mountain Dews.
to the bedroom. This is a
Wow.
phenomenal space. Up front,
Holy
we have the
moly.
city all the way to the Pacific Ocean, and on the side, you can capture the hillside here and all
Like
this
3 times
greenery,
bigger than my
motorized
bedroom.
sliding doors.
This is my
Truly
entire
open
bedroom.
up the room. King-size bed, your corner fireplace, built-in
Yeah.
cabinetry, and I love the ceiling design here. How they brought the oak paneling all the way up there with mood lighting, and
That's
this
cool.
design feature was also showcased in the dining area, lower level bar. So I like that they're bringing architectural continuity
Yeah.
with these details. I also love how they use so many different colors in this home to warm up the space, whether it's the rust
Warm
pillow here, throw
house.
blanket, green tones, gray tones, and how they're repeated throughout the home. And the bed itself is very cozy. You have a built-in headboard design with this fabric finish. And the bronze mirror here, that way, even when you're facing this side, you can still enjoy the view. It looks very cozy, and the view is phenomenal. Now, throughout the tour, I talked about how these spaces transition to the outdoors very seamlessly. And they accomplish this feeling by installing the same stone on the outside to the inside, but beyond that, because the exterior patio is on a pedestal system, that way they can also install the tracks of these sliding glass doors to the surface and keep everything level. Because when it rains, you want to make sure that water goes into the drains. But because all these drains are tucked underneath the pedestal system, you can have this flush look and you won't have
That's
any
dope.
rainwater coming into the interior. This is a nice detail. Beautiful bedroom, but let's go see the bathroom. This space is well designed. You have so many different
Bruh.
zones, areas,
Oh my
but beyond that, it's
gosh.
also very spacious. Gets great light thanks to the fact that sliding glass doors here fully open up. And I just love how they made the outdoor space part of the experience with this bathroom. Here you can see
It looks like
it
it looks like a Chipotle bowl, bro.
tub,
I know what you're
standalone
talking
top
about.
filler, and the sliding
That's a
glass
Chipotle
doors here
bowl.
actually fully pocket into the wall if you want and open up to this side yard area.
I like the grass.
I love the grass here, small seating area, the tree, and all these little plants. This section has
Nice
a very cozy
zen
feel.
area.
Imagine starting your morning in that bedroom, then coming to your bathroom, opening up these sliding glass doors,
Yeah.
walking here barefoot, getting some fresh air, natural light, grounding yourself, appreciating the greenery here, and then walking back in to start your day. I mean, that sounds amazing. Now over here, you can see how they use travertine for the back wall design. It's actually unfilled travertine that's vein cut.
Oh, it's only one sink. I just don't notice.
There's also a skylight here to bring additional natural light. And I have to point this out, the amount of skylights they have in this home.
Sounds like this house is just right for me, for the single people.
If you look at the roof from a bird's eye view, you will see all these small skylights. In fact, even the two water closets that we have in this bathroom have skylights. They've designed a modern home, but they really brought this organic Mediterranean aspect.
Yeah.
And they committed to it. It's not just the finishes, the accessories, and how they curated the space. It's also how they brought these different utilities like the
To life,
skylights,
yeah.
sliding glass doors, and how they properly pocket into the walls to bring that natural element into this home. I really, really appreciate that. Now they also
cool.
used travertine for the countertop here, fabricated the sink, floating cabinetry with LED lighting underneath. I love these brass alabaster wall sconces, very chic. And the same oak paneling is used here with the reeded detail and mirrors nicely recessed in. So a really nice vanity. And we have another one on the other side. Now, let's quickly talk about the walk-in shower here. I like that the corner is all glass, so you can enjoy your bathroom even when you're in your shower. All travertine throughout, and they use more of this polished but unfilled finish on the floor, but on the walls you have this textured finish. Look how many body sprays they have here. Fixtures are gorgeous. You have your rain heads above. There's also a steam feature here with a screen on this side. Now next up, let's quickly
Like you need a screen in your own in the shower.
This is the first one. I feel like they've done a pretty good job maximizing the space,
I like the light.
getting
That's
the best
cool.
out of it, with a skylight above. And this is the second or the bigger closet, island in the center with 4 glass.
Put your
inserts
watches,
that
your
way you can see
wallets,
what's inside your
yeah.
drawer, all the way to the ceiling, shoe racks, hangers, built-in LED lighting. And I like that it comes with many sections, meaning I like to have my clothes extremely organized. I like to have my pants in one place, my button shirt, my t-shirts, sweatshirts. So you can have all these dedicated sections. And given the square footage of this home, I feel like this is a pretty good walk-in closet.
I agree.
I think I'm just impressed with the design, the execution, the efficiency of
It's
the floor
simple
plan.
too. There's some pretty wacky ones.
Now, prior to shooting this episode, I asked our YouTube members and our Patreon members if they wanted me to cover a specific detail or feature in this home. And out of all the questions they asked, I picked 2 questions. And honestly, these are things that I didn't even think about talking or mentioning in our videos. The first question was, what happens to the staff and the vendors that work on the property when a new buyer acquires the home? Now, a lot of times when people purchase these homes, they ask for the vendor list, meaning all the companies and people that work on these homes, because they're really familiar with the home. They already know all the issues, problems, or even things to be aware of when it comes to maintaining a property like this. And it's really important to talk to these individuals even prior to acquiring the home to make sure you're really aware of what you're getting into. So number 1, yes, most of the staff ends up working for the next buyer or the next homeowner. The second question was how a property retains its value, or what are some of the things that people should look out for when it comes to buying something and knowing that the value is there and it's there for the years to come. I think the first thing to pay attention to is the location. That's something you cannot change or improve. And in this case, you're in Truesdale. I would argue one of the most sought after locations in Beverly Hills. And I think the second thing that you want to pay attention to is your plot and how it's situated. Meaning the architecture and the design of the home should really capitalize on the location and make the best of it, which in this case, I think it does a pretty good job. You have your main level, all open, connected, takes advantage of the views, and you still get a basement level, subterranean level to maximize your square footage, given that you're in a really valuable location. And the other aspect that I think is really important is how the home speaks to you, if you like the architecture, and if the home is built well. Over time, these kind of massive homes can be very problematic. your roof might leak, the sliding glass doors might have issues. So you want to make sure that you go through a very diligent inspection period and make sure that the home is built really well. After that, it's really up to your taste whether you enjoy the property, or you may even do little updates to make it suit your life a little bit more. But I think the location, the architecture, and how the home is situated on the plot is extremely important, whether it's going to retain its value or not. But with that, we're done with this tour. But of course, we got to see this place at dusk.
All right, let's see it. Looks very, very beautiful at night. That's cool.
All right, everyone, that's it for the tour. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this property? I personally really like this home. Spaces are well defined, the layout works, each room has its own identity and feel, and beyond that, I also really appreciate the natural material selection and how nothing in this home feels forced or gimmicky.
Yeah.
At night, city is glowing.
It feels just
the view
calm,
is fantastic with all the soft
peaceful
mood lighting
in this
and
house.
intentional lighting throughout. The property really comes to life. Now with that, I want to congratulate the design and development team for doing a phenomenal job with this home. And of course, big thanks to the listing agents, Rainey Williams and Brandon Williams, for making this tour possible. More information about the property will be in the description of this video. Make sure to check it out. And with that, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to go check out all the details, I link in the description for his video if you guys want to go see it. I'll be honest, the house, it's a bit of my style. I like modernality when it comes to houses, and of course, I like bigness, like large. That's what she said. But I kind of like the Portuguese, like I can't even speak. The Portuguese rocks, the features. It's not coming to mind. But then I also really like how all throughout, it's all the I don't know what they're called. I know he said it. Just this design of all the lines, and then I like how everything's floating all throughout. Oh jeez, he's in the kitchen a lot. Dang. This is all floating. There are so many floating features and all the oak wood. I think that's really cool. The pool is nice. It's nothing too wild. That's too big. It's just a nice pool just to feel relaxed. This house, it looks very underrated. Like I said, it's the most underrated, or it is the most underrated. I'd probably rate it a good 6. Not the best, not my favorite, but I think it is really, really cool. This house is made for relaxation, calmness, zen, because it has all the Olive Garden stuff. And honestly, yeah. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell, and have a blessed day.